Morning. Hola. Morning, morning. Good morning, everyone on YouTube. Morning, everyone on voice, on Discord. Can you guys hear me? See me? Howdy. Hola, hola. Okay. So everything's working. You guys can hear me? Awesome. Okay. I guess we just had data, right? Or news. Something happened. What happened? Hmm, the market's crazy. But that's why we like it. Ay. Okay. Okay, let's go through the charts and levels that I'm looking for today. Um, definitely looking this pre-market low here. That's yesterday's low on NQ, pretty much. Let's see, and same thing with ES yesterday. Yeah, yesterday low, same thing as pre-market low, so that's a big level. If we cannot hold here, the market is gonna keep going lower and lower. Man, I'm praying to baby Jesus that December this year is not gonna be like last year. Last year was so difficult to trade. I remember that I decided to stop trading around the 18th, the 19th. So I pretty much didn't trade the last 2 weeks of the market. It was so bad. It was literally the entire month. It was literally like this week, like Monday and Tuesday of this week. Mhm. So yeah, previous day low on ES, NQ, SPY, QQQ. That's same thing as pre-market low. Market is bouncing there. Another level that I'm watching is Nvidia 180. Yesterday's low. That's also previous day high. So pretty important level for Nvidia. Yep, pretty important level for Nvidia 180. If Nvidia cannot hold 180, I don't like it for anything, to be honest. That's a good one. There's a link if you guys want to see me on YouTube. Um, yeah, the market's trying to hold here, but it's still looking a little bit weak. Morning, yeah, morning. Okay. Apple is still holding. Apple is unbothered by the news. I laugh because Apple is so weird. Like the market, the past few, I will say 2 months, the market's been like every time the market goes down, Apple it just doesn't care. Just keeps going higher. But I will say my next trade for with Apple it's gonna be a pullback to 280 or 279, even 279, 280. That will be the next one. I would love to see Apple pulling back and consolidating, holding above 279. Um, at this all-time high. I'm not really interested to play Apple. I bought Apple on Monday around 276, 277. I took most of my profit by the end of the day, and then I swing traded a few runners, and I was all out yesterday before the market closed. Um, so I'm not holding any Apple's contract at the moment. But it's still pretty strong. So far my main watches are gonna be ESNQ pre-market low. What is this? IWM. It needs to hold yesterday's low, but I don't like it how this daily candle, yesterday's daily candle is a big bearish candle even when the market was going higher. So it's definitely weaker than the market. Oh, something to think about is, okay, so IWM is weaker than SPY and QQQ. If you look at the daily candle, so if we continue to see weakness on the markets today, under yesterday's low, I will say 245. If IWM cannot hold 245 and the market keeps going down, IWM is just gonna die, and my next target is gonna be around 242, 243. So IWM could be a good one to watch if the market keeps it's weak today. Apple has no AI exposure. Yeah, that's maybe why Apple keeps going higher without the market. But yeah, IWM, I like it if the market keeps being weak. That will be a very easy trade, a rejection or previous day low, if that happens. Let's see, Microsoft. Yike. Ugly move. Pre-market. Oh, it just had bad news. AI news. Okay, so I'm not really interested to trade Microsoft. Let's see, AMD. AMD, I'm still waiting for AMD to fill the big gap that it has below. I cannot trade anything that it has a gap below to the upside. Like, I cannot trade anything to the upside if we have gaps below. That's a rule that I have, and I'm die by it. I do not like trading charts like AMD to the upside if we have still a big gap below. I have alerts right before if it goes lower. I have alerts to see how it's gonna fill the gap, and after filling the gap or near the gap fill, it's when I'm gonna look for trades on AMD. Most likely I'm gonna buy shares or lips. um yeah. Broadcom, let's see. That's a Broadcom is another one that it has a big gap below, so I cannot trade it to the upside even though it's been fighting that gap for so long. 3 months fighting that gap. Still hasn't filled the gap, so I cannot trade it to the upside either. But it's crazy strong. Broadcom is crazy strong. Made a new all-time high on Friday. 400. Now I think I need a bigger pullback, maybe to 370. Previous all-time high. That would be nice. Broadcom. So far my main watches are Nvidia 180. Even though I don't love how Nvidia it's been moving, but 180 is a big level for Nvidia. Yes, SPY, NQ, QQQ, previous day low. I mean, that's pretty clean TA. We all know that previous day low or high are key levels to watch pretty much every single day. We just bounced off of that level. So we gotta watch it. We gotta look for that one. I'm pretty bullish for December. It's just the intraday price action, it's been really bad. But I'm happy that I bought a bunch of shares and leaps um, when the market was going lower last month. So my thesis was that if the market's going lower before Christmas, most likely we could like the possibilities of having a bullish December, it was higher than before, right? What are you guys watching for today? Mhm. Yeah, Apple didn't care that the market was going lower. Tesla and TSM. Okay, TSM. Let's see what Tesla is doing. I don't like Tesla, but I don't like how Tesla it's been moving the past, I don't know, 3 months. Um, maybe a 430 hold. It's been so choppy. Yeah. I will say a clean 432 hold could give you more upside on Tesla. It keeps rejecting all those 30 levels, like 33, 30, 33.50, 32. It's having a lot of trouble there. A lot of trouble. Um, yeah, so for me, if you guys want to play Tesla to the upside, I will wait for at least a 1 hour or 30-minute candle holding for 33.50. Like you need a bigger time frame candle holding that. Otherwise, you can keep getting fake out around those levels. How many people showing Microsoft at open? Not me. At open, I think we after this big move pre-market, I think we need to be a little bit extra patient, especially after seeing how the market moved yesterday and Monday. Um, does the previous day high and low includes the date? I use only for my levels. I use regular market hours. I don't use pre-market data. Yeah, guys, if you are on YouTube, remember to like the video, please. Remember to support the channel. I'm here live from Monday to till Thursday, every morning. Thank you. I'm gonna be extra careful today, just by seeing how we moved yesterday and the day before. It's definitely a scalper mover, scalper market. Um, but if we look at the bigger picture, let's go with SPY. If you guys look at the bigger picture, like the daily time frame, we are on a very clean uptrend. But I think we need a pullback. I'm waiting for a pullback to 676. That's the level that I really want to play on SPY. 676. It's been, look at the daily candles the past 1 2 3 4 days. We keep holding or making like highs, but the candlesticks are very small, very tight. So that means we've been ranging pretty much. No clear move to the upside or the downside the past 4 days. I think a pullback to 676, which was a big resistance before, it would definitely give us like a better opportunity to play the upside continuation. Can I look at ARM? Okay, let's see what ARM is doing. I don't like it. Look at the yesterday's daily candle, but it looks very similar to Nvidia. So it's holding 136 as support, which was a big resistance before and also a support in the past. So basically, as long as it keeps holding previously low, you could have more movement to the upside, but I don't love yesterday's candle. It looks just like Nvidia, exactly like Nvidia, to be honest. Look at the daily candle, it's exactly like Nvidia. Same chart, pretty much. AM, what's that? AMAT. Oh, that this thing is gone. Very bullish, crazy bullish. I will say a pullback to 244, 242. That will be the next big entry to play. Um, yep. Okay, the market is open. Tin, tin, tin. Previous day low, big level for SPY, QQQ, ES, and NQ. That's what I'm watching. By the way, if you guys are new here, first time seeing me trading or hear me trading, I do not scalp options on SPY and QQQ. If you hear me talking about a level that I like on SPY and QQQ and you hear me saying that I'm gonna take it, it's with futures and not trading options on SPY and QQQ. Um, yeah, there's an option on TradingView that you can turn off the pre-market price action on the daily candlesticks. Yes, on futures. That's what I have. Okay, we have Nvidia. Damn, Apple. Apple is just keep going higher. Nvidia 180, guys. Big level here. Big level for Nvidia. And for the markets, because if Nvidia cannot hold 180, it's gonna drag NQ lower. Okay, nice push. I would love to see the Q and SPY holding the VWAP also. Besides 618 on the Q, I will say 679 on SPY. We have data today at 10 or 9:45. We do at 10. Okay, let's check that out. Look at Google. What's Google doing? Let's see. Oh yeah, Google is gone. Google is making a bull flag on the daily, but I don't love it what it is right now. I would love to see a pullback to 307, 308 Google. So I'm gonna put a alert there. But yeah, Google looks like it's flagging on the daily time frame. We have PMI at 10. Okay. We do have at 9:45 and 10. Awesome. Thank you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for data. QQQ reacting the VWAP. SPY try it to hold it. Nvidia having trouble around 180. That is no bueno. IWM strong, yes. Nice bounce, yes. Really nice previous day low hold. I'm not taking any trades before data. Besides that, after a big move pre-market, I like to give the market a little bit of time so it can digest that move pre-market, especially when it is pre-market. I have some runners on Nvidia, nothing big. Um, I took most of my profits yesterday when it touched the VWAP. After I entered at 180 on the gap close reversal on 180, pretty much Nvidia, that gap was my only watch for the day yesterday. So I took that trade, took most of my profits, and I'm holding some runners, nothing big. Damn, IWM, very strong. The Q is still having trouble with the VWAP, which I don't like. The Q pretty weak. I think the problem is Nvidia. Yeah, Nvidia under 180, it's no bueno. Yeah, Apple really nice VWAP hold. Yes. The market is trying, but it's still looking pretty weak. Um, Today I'm gonna trade with the 20 accounts that I have for the 20 Apex accounts that I have for the challenge. The challenge, the futures challenge that we started this week. Okay. I like that move on the on SPY in the Q, ESNQ. We just need to be a little bit patient. That's it. We have data in 4 minutes also. The first one. Well, we already had data before the market open, but we have one data in 3 minutes now, and then we have another one a little bit later. So also, like I said before, after a big move pre-market, I feel like we need to give it the market a little bit of time so it can digest the news. Yeah, Nvidia is reacting 180, definitely. Reacting 180 and the VWAP. That is no bueno. Yeah, Tesla going. I still feel like we need to wait for Tesla to hold above 233, 234, but with a bigger time frame candlestick. You wait for that at least for a 30-minute bullish candlestick, and then it's gonna give you a pullback to the VWAP or 236. And that should be your entry if you want to play Tesla. Because it's been faking out everyone around that level like for 3 days now. You mean 436? No, 434. Yeah, ugly reactions on the Q and SPY. Mm. What are my thoughts on the new Tradeify plans? I need to read what are the rules there. I haven't had any time for that so far. But I do like it. I do like everything that it's same day payouts, daily payouts. I like that. That's why I'm using TPT. So if it is better than TPT, that's great. End of the day drawdown. Oh yeah, that's way better than TPT. Yeah, it definitely looks like we're bear flagging, rejecting the VWAP. We already have one data out. I didn't see moving the market. And then we have another one in 15. There you have your bear flag. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Nvidia fighting this 180 level. I like that. I like this hold. I like this hold on Nvidia. Needs to break the VWAP. If it holds the VWAP, I'm going long on Nvidia again. Well, I'm gonna add to my runners. Well, no, my runners are for next week. If it breaks the VWAP, I'm gonna play it with this week's contract because I'm gonna do it for a day trade. SPY, QQQ, ESNQ is still pretty weak. Yep. Apple having trouble around the VWAP. I do think Apple needs a pullback. IWM thoughts. It looks pretty strong, stronger than the overall market. Holding above the VWAP, holding above previous day high, nothing bearish there. You are not concerned with Nvidia 100 SMA. I don't use any DMA, SMA, any of that. Those indicators doesn't work when the trend is strong enough. And you see that by watching price action, which is how I trade. You're new here? Welcome to the channel. All cash until data, same thing. ADR trades merge. I might do some t-shirts or hats. I was thinking of doing some coffee cups. What about candlesticks pattern? Yeah, you can use whatever works for you. I use a combination of the trend, levels, and candlesticks. That's all I use. So that's pretty much price action. But I'm not married to anything. So what I mean is just because we are at a level that I like doesn't mean I'm gonna take the trade if we don't have the right trend or if I don't see the right candlestick at that level. So you need to combine a bunch of things. Um, so that way you have a higher possibility that the trade's gonna play out in your favor. So far, let's just say I like this hold on the Q, right? It's near a strong support. It held that support pre-market. Its previous day high. Is previous day low, but the candlestick are not too bullish. So I'm not looking to play the upside here because I don't like the candlestick. Also, we have data coming up in a few minutes. Um, so you need to combine a few things together. Beautiful bear flag on ES. Who's long on Tesla? What is your target? I'm not trading Tesla at the moment. Also, think about how the market moved Monday and yesterday. So, just by remembering that, we need to be a little bit extra careful today. Beautiful, beautiful bear flag. I was so close to take that bear flag on ES. So close. Let's see how we're gonna react again to pre-market low. Key level to watch here. Coffee cups, okay. Noted. Intel has a gap above. Let me check that chart. I haven't looked Intel in a while. It has a gap below. So I like it more if you can fill the gap below Intel first before going for the gap above. Okay, nice hold there on ES and NQ. We still have data in 6, but that was a nice, like, that was a nice bounce. Anyone took that? That was a really clean bounce off of pre-market low. That would have been a nice quick scalp play. But we have no continuation to their side. So far, choppy price action. No trend for the day. The Q keeps rejecting the VWAP. Same thing with SPY, but both holding pre-market low. So we're moving in a very small range. Let's see if IWM can really hold here the VWAP. So far, it looks like a pullback long opportunity of the VWAP, but who knows? Am I gonna take that IWM? Not a fan if the market is going lower. I need to see something. Okay, so my reasoning for today is I need to see a plus setup for me to take it based on the price action the past 2 days. Remember that I always say this and I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm not here to trade, I'm here to make money. And for me to make money, I need to take trades that have higher probabilities that are gonna go in my favor. So far, the market is doing nothing. You guys like that? But it's the truth. Like, trading is, at least for me, I see it like a business. I do trading for a living, so I need to be smart with my money. I do like this consolidation on ES, Spike, QQ, NQ holding previous A low. Looks great. But are we gonna get any move today? I don't care if it's down or up, but I want the market to move today. That was on Microsoft. Let me check what Microsoft is doing. It's looking exactly like Nvidia. I will say, I will say, if can break the VWAP and it hold it strongly, you could look for a move to the upside. So watch out for that. Okay, we got data. The market is moving now. Let's see if we can finally have something here. I like this IWM VWAP hold. Definitely looks like it wants some more, but it needs the market help. Needs help from the market. We're having a bunch of nothing so far. Apple really nice, 230, 287 hold. The VWAP also. Yeah, Tesla, pretty strong, looking pretty good. I'm watching this QQQ VWAP hold. I like it. We have a gap above also. I want to see the Q holding strong the VWAP. If the next 5-minute candlestick can give me a pullback, I'm gonna go long. I also like this 840 hold, possible hold on ES for more upside. I'm watching Nvidia for a break of the VWAP. And what a move. So the market liked that data, the 10 a.m. data. Beautiful, beautiful 820 hold morning on ES. Beautiful. That was so clean. Yeah, CH. That was this type of move. It was what it made it so difficult to trade yesterday. We had a bunch of nothing and then we had a huge candle out of nowhere. And then the next one, it will be the same size of the candle but red. Okay, I added more Nvidia. The same trade that I bought yesterday, I added more to my runners. Posted on ADR trades. I posted that yesterday. Does he always makes money when he's not on the stream? That could happen. I mean, I'm here on Wednesday with you guys on the stream, and I'm not Most of the time I'm not taking a trade or the day is pretty crappy, so that could happen. It could be the stress of having a bunch of people watching you trade. Yeah, less stress. I like this 840 hold on ES. If I see it holding it, I'm gonna go long here. Yeah. Let's see. I want to see it holding here. Yike. Okay. Give me a real hold there. Yeah, this hold above the VWAP on SPY and QQQ look great. Let's see if it's really gonna hold it. Or if it's gonna be a fake out. My stop loss on Nvidia is today's low. If today's low act as resistance, I'll be all out of Nvidia. So far, I like this hold of the VWAP on Nvidia. I like Apple, how it's looking like it's flagging, making a bull flag. These pullback on ES and NQ also are looking pretty good so far. What am I in? I'm in on ES micros. I don't like that move, but we'll see. Okay. Yeah, this is what I don't like about this market. Those weird candlesticks. Look how the candlesticks are forming. They're too jumpy. VWAP hold on SPY and QQQ is what I'm looking here. Lutnig speaking. Who's that? Is that a Fed? Okay, we're looking better. Can we hold here? I don't see the Nvidia trade on your Discord. No, it's not on my Discord. I don't post trades on my Discord. You don't need to see it. I already told you. It looks like this thing is gonna stop me out. We'll see. Let's see if it's really gonna hold the view up here or not. Man, this is ugly. This is ugly. Ugly price action. SPY fighting the VWAP. Looks like it's gonna lose it. We'll see. We're trying. It's trying. Okay. Okay. We're holding, but it doesn't look too strong. We're looking a little bit better. We're holding the VWAP, but I want to see, yes, holding 840. Okay. Come on, keep going. Hold 840. Nice VWAP hold so far. Okay. I like this. I like this hold. Come on, Nvidia, move higher. Nice. Beautiful. Keep going. Okay. Okay. Give me more. Come on. Nice. Okay, so far we're looking good. VWAP hold. Almost, it was so close to stop me out. So close. Can we have continuation to the upside here? Can we have continuation here? Nice. I'm gonna look to take some profits at morning high. Yike. Yike. Such a weird price action. Like we're holding, but the candlesticks are not too good. The candlesticks are pretty ugly. But I will say as long as we keep holding the VWAP, I'm bullish. And we're making higher highs and higher lows. We are on a little uptrend here. Yike. Another VWAP bounce. Love Wednesday. I don't. No, I'm kidding. I do like being here with you guys. I'm just messing with you. Um, okay, let's go a little bit over why I'm taking this trade. So, one, the overall trend for the market is bullish. If we zoom out and see the daily time frame, it's bullish. Two, we got a pullback to previous day low and the market could not break that level. So that's another reason why I'm long here. Three, we're holding the VWAP. Yes, the price action is not the best, but so far everything is saying that we might have more upside here. Maybe. Come on, give me a big push already. Do it. Okay. Go. Go. I added on that pullback when I saw that it was holding the VWAP again. I'm gonna take some profit at previous candle high and then at morning high. Okay, push. Nah. Do it. Uh, man. This price action, so ugly. Okay. Nice consolidation there. Holding 840. Holding the VWAP. Making higher lows. Come on, just do it. Okay, we're green so far. It's about to, I have target. Okay, I took some profits there. Okay, I'm going taking more profits there. Push. Go. Okay, we have a bunch of bears here in the chat. I'm sorry, guys, but I cannot be a bear if we're not breaking previous day low. Bell would hear it. Beautiful. Nice. Took more profits there. Come on, give me morning high so I can lock more profits. I cannot be a bear if the overall trend for the market is bullish. Just because you have a pullback in the pre-market doesn't mean the market is bearish. Look, zoom out, look at the bigger picture. Can we get a red day? Yeah, but still doesn't mean we are on a bear market. The market is crazy bullish. Okay, took more profits there. We're near morning high. I'm gonna lock more profits there. Yes, stronger than NQ. And that's because Nvidia. Yike. Are we getting another pullback to the VWAP here? Mm. Okay. Nvidia weak, Apple kinda weak also, both under the VWAP. That is no bueno. The Q right at the VWAP. Yes, definitely stronger than NQ. Apple looks like it's gonna give back today's move. Yeah, Apple will week, Nvidia week. Yeah, awful day, awful price action again. December started to look just like December last year, which it was ugly. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, I'm gonna start selling here. Selling more, selling more, selling more, selling more. Holding two runners. Man, what a move! What a move! Okay, the Q filled almost filled the VWAP here. I'm gonna sell one more, holding one runner, just one runner. There we have it. Man, I was sweating there. I got a gray hair on that trade. I'm not getting bald like Vince, but I'm gonna get gray hairs with these trades. Oh my god. I don't know what that pop was about, but I'm happy that we got that. I was so close to get a stop out like 5 minutes ago. But the technicals were saying go long. I said it before. We have a bigger, like the daily is bullish. We had the hold of previous day low. We have a little uptrend here intraday. We're holding the VWAB. So for me, there was nothing that it was saying that I needed to short this market. Okay. The next level that I see here for ES is just around yesterday high. Nvidia finally waking up. The daily is looking pretty good on Nvidia. If Nvidia can really hold here, today I like it for a big move to the upside the next, I will say the next weeks, the next couple of weeks. I mean, you don't need to be a genius to know that you should not short a market that is bullish and it is holding previous day low. That that is technical analysis 101. At this point, I'm looking for SPY and ES to go pre-market high. Yeah, pre-market high is the next. It's why I'm running. I'm holding one runner. Like, so today is a perfect example of how to trade with a prop firm that like Apex or TPT that you have intraday drawdown. What you do is you enter a trade and then you take profits on the first push. You take a lot of profits on the first push. And then you can leave one or two runners to see how it goes. But that's how you battle the intraday drawdown. So we still have some bears on the chat. Flush time? Guys, there's no reason to be a bear when the market is clearly telling you to be a bull. Nothing bearish is happening today. Nothing. Just a pullback pre-market. That's it. Nothing bearish right now. Just don't go against the market. Now, if we rejected previous day low, um, that's another story because that will be us making a lower high. Okay, Apple is looking pretty weak. I don't like that reaction. I'm all out. I'm out. Beautiful, beautiful day for me. That was 9,500 for this trade, and I'm done. Almost 10K for the day. Still looks like we can go for more upside, but I'm happy with my trade. I'm happy with my trade. One and done. Happy also with the patience that I had on this trade. These are funded accounts that we're using on the futures challenge that I'm doing for December. And we made money only in 1 hour. So my 1 hour rate is almost $10,000. Hmm. Yes, but how many contracts? I mean, you're on YouTube. You can see everything that I did here. I got 15 micros on ES. So we filled the gap that the QQQ had. Above. Uh, We're still on a little uptrend. I don't like the weakness on Apple. That is definitely gonna uh make it difficult for the market to keep going higher, but we're still making higher highs and higher lows, holding above the VWAP and holding above previous day low. Who took that SPY ES trade with me? That was pretty clean. VWAP pulled back long. High stress trade. Hmm. You got stop out? Why? It always held like the plan. This is how at least I see the how we should I should be trading. So if my plan was entering, let's just say SPY, because I was looking for a VWAP hold, I had no reason to get out of the trade if it wasn't breaking the VWAP. So basically it was following my plan. We have a uptrend overall in the market. We held previous day low. We held the VWAP, so my stop loss was if SPY cannot hold the VWAP, I'm getting out of this trade because that meant that if SPY reacted the VWAP, that means we're not super bullish for intraday, right? For the day. So SPY never broke the VWAP, no reason for me to get out of the trade. Yeah, that's another thing. If the market is choppy, we have like crazy candlestick, but you still want to trade it, you need to go lower in size so you can give it a little bit more room for error to your trade. Never broke just because it touched the VWAP doesn't mean it broke the VWAP. If you look at the 5 minute time frame on SPY, it never broke the VWAP. Touch the VWAP and right away bounce it. Touch the VWAP and bounce it like one, two, three, four, 5 times there. Why SPY if you're trading ES? Because I use SPY and QQQ VWAP to trade futures. The VWAP doesn't really work on futures charts. Why so? Because it works. Another one that is it was perfect was IWM VWAP hold also. So if I'm talking about a level or the VWAP, so if I'm looking for a level or a VWAP to hold, it means it needs to act as support. If it acts as a reaction point or level, that's when I get out of my trade. If I'm trading to the upside. What it means is like if you're trading based on a level on the or the VWAP and you're trading to the upside, you want to see that acting as support. If it acts as a resistance, it means my thesis is no longer valid. Am I looking to take more trades? I'm happy with what I have. I have Nvidia still. And I'm up almost 10K today. So for me, less trades, more ties. Less trades means A plus setup trades. I don't like jumping around and doing like 5, 10, 4 trades in a day. I like one or two A plus setups and be done with my day. When I see people taking a bunch of trades and then you see the percentage that they take from that trade is so small that it's not worth it. So basically, you're risking more money to get less profits. You were very calm for having that sort of size. You can tell it you are very trusting in your trades ideas. I think it's because I've been doing this for so long that I understand the trade that I'm doing. So if it stopped me out, it stopped me out. Like being red on a trade is part of being a trader. The best traders in the world, they take like one, maybe two trades in a week, in a month, risking less money. Like the not risking less money, the risk to reward is way better. What is my regular position size? It's between 10 and 15 micros on ES and 10 or 5 micros on NQ. But also that depends on how the market is moving. How high or low is my trust on the trade that I'm taking? You look at the 5 minute candles. It I don't trade any difference. Like how I read the charts, it's exactly the same. Doesn't matter if I'm trading futures or options or shares. My thesis is always based on the bigger time frames, the weekly or the daily, and then I enter my trades on the 5 minute time frames. Very, very, very clean uptrend today. Very nice previous day low hold. Very nice VWAP hold. Look at this beauty of an uptrend today. The candlesticks were weird, but the trend, the bullish trend, is there. Nvidia still playing games, but I like the 180 hold. So I'm gonna keep holding my position on Nvidia. Just because it's doing nothing doesn't mean that I should get out of this trade, because I have next week's contract, so I have time, and it's holding my support. Thank you guys for the support. Remember to like the video on YouTube. Thank you. I use the 50K accounts pretty much on everything, on Apex, Tradeify. On TPT, I like the 25K accounts. Yeah, the next big resistance for IWM is Wednesday high. Wednesday and Thursday high. Apple at morning low. Uh, when do I take profit? Do I look for certain levels? Yeah. So my PTs are always the next if I'm going long, my PT is always the next resistance. Took a short at pre-market lows. Why? You're going short at support. What about partials? The same thing. I really like this hold on Nvidia. It might doesn't do anything for today, but holding previous resistance support is crazy bullish. And it has a huge falling wedge on the daily time frame. So we could have a big move coming up, but it might take some time. Looking how the price action has been the past few days. We like Nvidia play. I don't know if you like it, but I do like it a lot. How to handle your emotions during your today trade? Like I said before, whenever I take a trade, I just don't do anything unless it breaks my stop loss. Like I guess that's you'll get used to it with experience. And also not I will say the size of the trades also matters a lot. If you're going into a trade buying a bunch of contracts or going big, you're definitely gonna have difficulty holding into pullbacks. So don't buy more than you can chew, pretty much. Like if you replayed it, like if you look back and see my trade, I just started this trade with only I think 5 contracts, right? And then it pulled back to the VWAP and bounced there, so I added more, and then it went higher and pulled back again down to the VWAP, and it held. So I added more. So basically, I entered it with a very small size, and then looking how it was telling me that it didn't want to break the VWAP, and that was my stop loss, I was more confident with my trade. Therefore, I added more size to that trade. So it wasn't like I on my first buy, I got 15 contracts. I felt more confident after looking at the market, like pulling back and bouncing a couple of times from my stop loss, which was a VWAP. Apple pretty weak. Pretty weak. Let's see if it's gonna break morning low. And look at that daily candle. That daily candle on Apple is clearly saying that it wants more, it wants a bigger pullback, which I like. I want to see Apple give me a pullback to at least 280, 279. I would love to see that on Apple. That will be an amazing opportunity to buy the dip if holds. So the Q filled the gap and is rejecting. Why I didn't held my last runner? Because I don't like how the market it's been moving, so I felt that it was better for me to just get all my profits instead of giving back what I already had, because I don't like how the market is moving. So far it's making higher highs and higher lows today, but yeah, I don't trust it. I don't trust this market until I see the market having continuation to either side intraday. I will look for holding my runners longer. So that's another thing, like I guess you guys can feel a little bit more comfortable, but that's with a lot of screen time, like watching the markets. When you have an easy trendy market, you can literally buy anything and then just hold forever, and you're gonna make money. When you have a choppy market, that's when you need to understand that if you don't lock profits, one, it's a very stressful it's very stressful to trade on a choppy market. For me at least, I prefer to just take base hit trades and then just be done with my day. Like today, I was here looking at the market, like since the market opened until I took the trade and took my profit. It was just 1 hour. I don't need more time. I don't need more, like, I don't need more trades. I don't need anything else. I'm only here waiting for Nvidia. I'm watching Nvidia. Yeah, really, really nice uptrend today. Beautiful. Beautiful. Anyone still holding this? Micros? A few micros? Yeah. $5.46. I don't see that level. At this point, I it look definitely looks like ES wants to go to pre-market high. Um, we had a lot of rejection around here yesterday, around the 50s. Above pre-market high on ES, it has a little gap above. Hood. Let's see how Hood. Oh yeah, Hood. Looking beautiful. I'm so happy that I bought a bunch of shares and lips on Hood. That was an easy buy last month. Easy. On Hood, on Circle, on Meta, on Palantir, pretty much everything. Nvidia. Bitcoin also. Apple trying to hold morning low. The daily candle is not looking too hot, but it's too early for that. Google, let's see what it's doing. Yeah, really nice bull flag. Previous day low hold, that was extremely clean. Watch out, 175, 175.50 is a very strong resistance level for Palantir, but if it breaks that, it's boom boom time because it have a huge, well not huge, but it has a big head and inverse head and shoulder, Palantir. I'm gonna show you guys what I'm looking here. It looks pretty good. If can break that level, look how strong that resistance. Well, it was support in the past and then acted as resistance. Now again is acting as resistance. So if can break, I will say 176. It will be the safest level to watch for strong 176 support hold or resistance turning into support. It has a inverse head and shoulder also. So big level for Palantir. I think if can break that level, it's gonna go crazy. So place your alerts and then just be ready. And then also have a gap above here. So if it breaks that level, I think it's gonna go for that gap. Obviously, it's gonna take some time because that gap is almost at all-time highs, but looks pretty good. Needs a strong break and retest here. Oopsie. Boom shakalaka. I guess it was a good call to take profits on the futures trade. Yeah, I don't trust this market. I don't like how it's moving. So for me, it's just better to go for scalps. Be very patient for good entries, A plus setups, and then take most of my profits on the first big push. And then if I see it struggling a little bit, I'm just go all out and be done with my day. One trade, it's all I need. One good trade is all I need. Is Tesla going lower? Let's see. Oh yeah, really nice 444 reaction. Okay, we lost the uptrend we had on NQNES. Here it can get a little bit tricky now. I only use the VWAP indicator on SPY and QQQ and individual stocks. I don't use the VWAP on futures. I don't think it works. At least that's what I've noticed. I don't like how the VWAP works on ES and NQ. That's why you guys don't see it on my charts on ES and NQ. But again, that's according to me. Other people like using the VWAP on ES and NQ. I'm only been trading futures 2 years, and I'm only been watching ES and NQ for I don't know 6 months. So I could definitely be wrong. When I started trading futures, I was trading it only watching SPY and QQQ. Still works for me. It works pretty good. But I started watching ES and NQ just because it's easier for you guys to follow my trades if I showing you guys the futures chart. But I honestly don't need ES and NQ. I only need SPY and QQQ. Tesla pulling back to the VWAP is trying to hold there. QQQ SPY also pull back to the VWAP. When did I started trading? I started trading like 9 years ago. I started with penny stocks. I remember that I used to love uh, going short on penny stocks. I love a bear market. Bear markets is when I do best. I don't know why I have so much trouble holding on my trades to the upside. But the market is designed to go higher, not to go lower. So, but I thrive on red days. Um, I wasn't trading small caps. I was trading penny stocks, and it didn't work for me. But honestly, it didn't work for me because I wasn't really putting in the work. I wasn't really paying attention to what's going on. I had no idea what I was doing. That's why it didn't work for me. And when you start something doesn't work, or you think doesn't work, and then you jump to another trading style or another um yeah, you jump into something else. So I jump around. First it was penny stocks, and then shares. Yeah, shares, and then options. And I started doing pretty good with options and shares. I did that for like, I don't know, 5 6 years, until a lot of people started telling me 2 years ago that I should try for futures. And then I started trading futures, and then there's no going back for me. Like I have never made so much money as I'm making right now trading futures, but because I'm copy trading with broad firms. Also because I'm scalping futures, I'm not taking option trades every day. I'm only taking option trades when I see a plus setup for a swing trade. So the risk to reward on my options trade, it's been like huge. Like I'm taking fewer trades with options, but my returns are over 100% when I'm swing trading options. And I don't like scalping options. I don't think it's worth it. The best way to trade with a 9 to 5. I'm not gonna lie to you, trading with a 9 to 5 is not easy. Um, but I do think swing trading options is the best way to do it. But you need a lot of patience for that. Because if you have a 9 to 5 and you're swing trading options, you need to understand that swing trading is not for every market. So if the market is not trending, there's no swing trades that are gonna work out. You need a trending market for your swing trades to work out. If the market is choppy, if it is sideways, if it is moving based on news or tariff, your swing trades are not gonna work out. So first you need to understand what is the market doing and what is the best I will say style of trading in this market right now. Like the way I see it so far for this month, I mean, only is the today is only the third of the month, but so far for me, it's just scalping. So if you have a 9 to 5, it will be trading at news at 8:30, maybe. So I will say taking less trades and look for only A plus setup. Like for me right now, an A plus setup is Nvidia. That's a swing trade. And it's giving you a very clear entry, very clear stop loss, like very clear plan. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but it's giving you a very nice entry. Nasty price action? Yeah. Like I said before, it's a scalper's market right now. Trading is all about patience. Like learning how to read a chart, it's extremely easy. Anyone can do it. Being patient enough to be sitting here and not take a trade, that's another level. That's something else. Being able to see these price action and saying no, I don't want to trade this, or no, I don't need to trade this because it's not giving me an A plus setup, that's a real trader. No trades in 2 days? That's awesome. Yeah, I don't think this market is worth it. I don't think this market is worth trading, to be honest. Or it's not giving you a good risk to reward trades, right? It's not giving you A plus setups. Um, can you trade this? Yes, but it's extremely stressful. And you're gonna get chopped around. But if you wanna trade these, just go lower in size. Yeah, definitely. Base hits add up, especially if you're copy trading with 20 accounts like me, or 5 with any other prop, which I copy trade also with TPT with 5 accounts. Apple looking weak, but it's trying to hold the morning low. Nvidia doing a bunch of nothing. QQQ trying to hold the VWAP. You're I'm piecing out for the day. No reason to stare at the charts. Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah, I'm not taking any more trades unless I see the market really moving and giving me an A plus setup. But other than that, I'm happy with my one and done trade. When flush. Yeah, we could have a retest to morning low. That's very possible. But as long as SPY and QQQ keeps holding the VWAP, I think the market is more bullish than bearish. Yeah, last year Christmas, December was so bad. The price action was horrendous. Teslita is rejecting the VWAP. That is no bueno. Hood, it looks pretty good, holding way above the VWAP. Um, I think holding above 130, 131, it's pretty bullish. Pull back to the VWAP could be a nice pullback long opportunity. Looking at the daily time frame on Hood, it looks like a very strong break out of the downtrend that it had the last few weeks. So I'm pretty happy with my uh shares. Um and my lips that I bought on the end of last month, the end of November. There is nothing like buying stuff and making money for you without you doing nothing. Like, I'm not doing anything and I'm making money. How long am I gonna run the futures challenge? It depends how December price action is. So far, I'm thinking on maybe stopping the challenge around the 20th and then keep going for next month. Like basically doing a 2026 challenge. But that's gonna depend how I see the market moving the rest of the week and next week. So far, I was green on Monday, red yesterday, green today. But honestly, the PNL doesn't matter if I don't like the price action. Because doing a challenge on the most difficult month of the year, besides September, I think September is the worst month of the year for the markets. And the last challenge I did it on September, and I made almost $70,000. But September wasn't that well. Yeah, the beginning was pretty choppy. So I could say I don't want to put so much stress on me, especially on the holidays, and then stop the challenge and keep going on next year. But I could also see people saying, well, why don't you do it showing how to trade on a very difficult price action uh market. So I can see both sides. Do I want to put so much stress on me, especially on the holidays? Not really. But do I want to show um how to manage a difficult price action? Uh, I see pros and cons on both sides. But also at the end of the day, I do this because this is how I make money for for a living. So I don't know. I'm thinking about it. It's 11:30. The market is moving very slow. Very nice hold so far. Another beautiful pullback long of the VWAP on QQQ. Trump is talking today also. Okay. Yeah, nice Tesla pullback long also of the VWAP. That was pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty nice. If we look at the daily time frame on SPY, also QQQ, it's giving us a very nice bull flag. Yep, very nice bull flag. Just needs to break yesterday high. I think the market is gonna give us a all-time high again this month. It's just the price action intraday. It's been extremely difficult. Same thing with the Q here. Look at this beauty of a hold on the daily. This is why you trust the bigger time frame trend. No reason to go short if we're holding support on a bigger time frame bullish trend. Yeah, that was beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful pullback long opportunity of the VWAP. You guys see any good chart for a swing trade? I like Apple if can pull back to 280. Definitely. I love this Nvidia hold. Beautiful consolidation holding previous resistance and support. Possible break out of a falling wedge and the big downtrend that he had. SMCI, let's see. MCI. Not really. No, I don't like. Can it go higher? Yes, really nice. Um, 32 hold here, 32, 33 hold. Do I love this chart? Not really. I don't like how it's been moving the past 4, 5 days as MCI. Nope. If I see it holding 36, yes. For me, that will be a clean break of the downtrend. But what it is right now, don't really love it. I beat. Let's see. Yeah, I could. Needs to break today's high. Needs to use today's high as support. Visa. Let's see. Nope, I don't like Visa. I don't like iBeat. Let's see, Nike. Nike could be one. It could be one. If can use today's high as support, maybe. But isn't like a chart that I will say, yes, I'm gonna go for a swing trade. No. Um Again, there's no reason to go for puts if we're holding previous day low. Like there's nothing bearish about it. Costco, I don't like trading, especially swing trading stuff that are crazy expensive. 900 bucks. Stock, yeah, I don't like trading that. UNH, let's see. Yeah, UNH, kind of. If can break 342, could be a nice yeah, breakout. It could give you definitely a good breakout if can hold 340, I would say 343. Meta, I'm in shares with Meta, so I don't love how Meta move, but for me, Meta, the entry was at 580. Like, that was the level that I was looking for. It has a really nice um falling wedge. That's why I bought a bunch of shares on Meta, and that for me was the play. Um, at this where it is right now, definitely you could watch yesterday's low. So I think it's gonna go and fill the gap that it has above, but obviously it's gonna need time. Look at the intraday on Meta. It's doing a bunch of nothing. That's why I don't like trading Meta. But I will say yesterday's low hold, it's bullish. If you can have some consolidation there, that would be nice. Yep. Yeah. Another reason why I bought a bunch of shares on Meta, besides the falling wedge, besides holding a very strong support for a few days, is the huge gap that it has above. When is it gonna fill that gap? No idea. But gaps act like magnet. So I like a lot of Meta for more upside. But you guys know how Meta move, so that's why I don't really swing trade or day trade Meta with options. Unless it's giving me like A plus setup, but still, I prefer to just buy shares. I just blew up my first pro trading account due to emotional trading and the drawdown. Any tips for a new trader? You just told me. So it's your emotions. I know it sounds very simple, but trading is not that hard. You just need to control your emotions. That's patience. Being patient and waiting for an A plus setup. We just talked about SMCI like 2 minutes ago. Do you want me to design some boom boom shirts? Okay, I can do that. Isn't it cheaper to buy deep in the money long dated options than buying shares? I don't know. I just don't want to be babysitting contracts. How is your emotions now compared to when you are trading your own money years ago? Um, it's like everything else. Like, how were you when you started driving? Then you now already driving for, I don't know, 10 years. It's like everything. Like, you get used to it. You learn what works for you and what doesn't. For me, I've been doing this for so long that I know, like, I know just by looking at the price action the first 20 minutes if it's gonna be a good or bad day for me. I know that Fridays are my worst days, so that's why I don't trade Fridays. I know that gap and go days are my worst days also, so I try to be extra patient on those days. I know that the gap fill trades are my best trades ever. So it's I will say it's all about practice, screen time, and understanding yourself. You learn a lot about yourself when you trade. Like, I'm not a patient person, like, at all. But when I'm trading, I can be here watching the chart for 2 hours, 3 hours, and not take any trades. I honestly have no idea how I do it. Like, I don't know how I'm so patient when it comes to, well, I know why. Because at the beginning, I lost so much money and I was in so much pain and stress that I don't want to go through that again. Oh my god, that's so good, Zoe. Nice. I guess the pain of losing money is bigger than the pain of sitting here watching charts doing nothing. Yes, almost at pre-market high. Congrats if you guys are still holding a runner on this trade. That was pretty much my PT. That's straight from Best Loser Wins. The book? Oh, I didn't know that. So, if you're having trouble trusting your plan or trusting your levels, one thing you can do is go through a checklist, right? So, in my mind, I don't really think about it much, but I used to have it in my mind all the time. It was okay. There's a few things that I look for a plus setup. One, what's the bigger time frame trend, right? Are we bullish or are we bearish? Like, with, again, my trade today is a perfect example of that. Like, how is SPY today? I'm sorry, not today, the past few days. It's on an uptrend or on a downtrend. So it's on an uptrend. So therefore, for me, I should look for pullback longs, right? Not for quick scalps, rejection scalps, right? So first of all, the overall trend. Secondly, do I have any data coming up or any news coming up that it might stop me out of my trade? So I wait for the 9:45, the 10 a.m. data, right? two things there. Three, is there any of my levels playing out? Right? I have, is that the fourth thing? Yeah, fourth. That's four. Do I have any of my levels playing out? What's the bigger time frame trend? Do I have any data coming up? No, that's three. That's three. So levels, data, trend, right? And then four, price action. How it's been the price action the past few days, how it's been the price action today. Can I trust this price action or not? Okay, you have four there. And then which one is the fifth one? The candlesticks. Are the candlesticks telling me anything? So if I have a uptrend, if I have a support level working out, if I wait for to take any trade after data, if I wait for a candlestick that is bullish because I'm looking for an upside move. So I have four things right there that are telling me yes, yes, yes. So I have a higher probabilities that my trades are gonna go in my favor. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at the end of the day, I took a good setup. I wasn't like buying blindly only because it was on my support or only because it was going higher. And the fifth one, it will be here, like on my trade today, the VWAP. So I traded with a trend. I waited for data. I waited for the VWAP hold. I waited for a candlestick that it was bullish. I entered with a small position, and then after seeing my plan working out over and over again, I added more to my position. I think that's pretty much it. And if after all those five check check things that I have, I still don't trust it, it just go with a very very small position, just one contract, and see it's gonna work out. If it works out, you're gonna have more, you're gonna be more confident on your next trade, and then on the next one and the next one and the next one. Yeah, it might sound like it's a lot of things, but after like doing it over and over and over again, you get used to it. Like I don't really think about it. I just look very quick like what's going on. And I'm also very good narrowing what I want to trade for the day. Like I'm not watching like 10 charts. I'm not looking to trade to take like five trades, right? I'm pretty much like I set a pre-market. I'm looking like I went through a bunch of charts and I told you guys pre-market. I'm just, my main watches are Nvidia, 180 and SPY and QQQ pre-market low hold. That was it. That was pretty much it. Like three charts, and that's it. I don't care if Google is moving. I don't care if Hood is moving. I don't care if Tesla is moving. If I only like watching fewer charts and following my plan and then going through my checklist like mentally, like, and narrowing the amount, like narrowing my concentration in only a few things, most likely, most likely you're gonna get either more confident on your trading or you're gonna become better. And then just practice that. Keep practicing. What are my thoughts about trading futures at night versus day? I don't like trading futures at night. I like, I said it before and I'm gonna keep saying it. The less I trade, the better for me. I pretty much trade like 1 hour and a half, may max 2 hours and a half per day in the morning, and I'm done. I don't want to work all day. This is my job. I don't want to work all day. Also, trading is very stressful. Very stressful. So your brain doesn't have the capability of being on stress for 12 hours a day. You're not gonna make good decisions if you're like trading the entire day. It's like your body. Can you work out like for hours and hours per day? No. Most likely you're gonna pull out something. And if you can work out for, I don't know, 6 days, 6 hours straight, most likely you're not gonna put it your 100% into your workout. Yeah, I like that. If you don't take a break, your brain will take a break from you. Yeah. For you. Yes, I like that. Should we go through the trade that I did today again, or you guys are good? It's almost 12. I'm pretty much done for today. Yes? Okay. I need to show you guys SPY here. Okay, so my trade today, it was pretty simple, right? We had pre-market data and the market pulling down to previous day low. We kept holding previous day low all morning. We had a very nice no, a very nice break and retest of the VWAP here on SPY. So that was what I was looking for. Also, if you guys see here on ES, this was this overnight low here around 837, 840. The 837, 840 level. In the morning, we kept reacting here. We have here a reaction, and then we have a strong breakout here. And then, so basically when you reject a level, and then you have a breakout, you want to see a break, and then a retest. This break and retest was very choppy, not gonna lie, but because I trade watching the VWAP on SPY and QQQ, I noticed that the breakout here and then pullback, it was showing me that SPY was holding the VWAP. So it was rejecting the VWAP, rejecting, then you have a strong breakout, pull back to the VWAP, and it held there. So I started buying contracts on this pullback, on this red candlestick here, on this pullback, and then I was holding, and then every time it went down and I saw the VWAP holding, I added more to my position, and then we have a strong push. I put hard TPs, like take profits target at morning high, which was here. It was here. So I got profits. I took profits here, here, and then on this entire bullish candlestick because I like to take profits on a strong push. And then I saw we were struggling a lot here, and based on the price action that we had the past few days, I decided to be all out of this trade. But my PT was pre-market high because most of the time you have move our level are going like move go level by level. So if we held previous day low, most likely we're gonna go to the next resistance level, which is pre-market high, which we are kind of rejecting right now. Well, we rejected here. So very happy with my patience. Another thing that I do a lot is I wait for a few minutes after the market opens so I can give it time to the market to really tell me what's the trend of the day and what are the intraday levels that I should be careful of or I should be playing. So here I didn't take any trade for the first 30 minutes of the market open. In fact, I started taking trade at 10:05, around 10:05. So I like giving the market a little bit of time so it can really tell me what it's gonna do for the day. So yeah, that was my trade. What's PP? I don't know. PT. I'm sorry, PT. Price target. So that's it. One trade, one really good trade, and I'm done for the day. I'm also, well, one good trade with futures. I'm still holding some Nvidia. Let's see if it's gonna reject today's low or not. That's gonna be my stop loss. So, but I'm done. I'll see you guys mañana. Remember to like the video and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the support. See you guys mañana. Bye.